The Seahawks ain't winning no ring. They ain't winning no ring. You don't know about that. I got the 49ers winning one before them. And I don't even like the 49ers.
Of course.
And you see what they doing.
They got a good program.
That's all they got right now, and they passing them out. They passing out programs. Dave, it's your time. 49ers minus half. I don't know what's going on over there, Dave. Y'all passing out programs in black trash bags. You can go, but you can stay. Dave, you weren't here last week. We talked about it, but we really want to know how you feeling, man. What's going on?
A great transition, Tomo.
So I had some time to think about this.
Okay.
At first, I was really, really upset, like seriously upset. For one, two of my favorite players on the team are gone. They both are on the same team. Tyler Noah Hufanga and Dre Greenlaw. Two guys that were key defensive players, key starters, all pro players, Pro Bowl players on the team, and they are now with Denver. And they deserve the contract that they got. We couldn't offer that to them because we just didn't have the money, and we still have to pay Brock Purdy. So, although I'm upset, I understood why they took other contracts to go somewhere else. And honestly, going to Denver is probably a better chance for them to play well right now, because what we're doing, honestly, is getting younger. That's what we're doing. The 49ers are getting younger. We have one of the oldest teams in the NFL. If you look at all the guys that we had, Trent Williams, he an old vet. George Kittle, old vet. You look at, it's just a lot of stuff that's been going on for this team where everyone was old. D-line is not what it was. You know, we thought Javon Hargrave was going to be a key defensive tackle on the D-line, and he just wasn't that. You know, he wasn't, the first season it was kind of good, like the first 6 weeks, and then it just went downhill after that. Then last year he also didn't start well, and then he was out for the rest of the season. So got out of that contract. You look at Debo. Debo was really the first move when we traded him to Washington. So we had to make sure that we got that, out the way. And then all of a sudden, Brandon Ayuk was put on. I guess they were listening to calls for Brandon Ayuk, but for right now, he's still on the roster. He went and signed Demarcus Robinson. Not a huge piece, but definitely a piece that helps out this offense as well. We still have Juwan Jennings. We got Ricky Pearsall, who's going to be healthier. Last year he came off getting shot in the chest, so it wasn't too much he was going to expect him to do, because my man got shot in the chest. It wasn't too much he was going to do in his rookie season. I don't know, Joe, you can relate to this, to one of your guys getting shot and then having to play after that. I don't know why.
Bring the reactions up, bro. Bring the reactions.
I watched the reaction.
Don't shoot. Come on.
Yo, you can relate. Like,
no. Brian Robinson Jr., remember, he was shot in his he was shot in the leg, and because he had got robbed. Almost the same situation was happening with Ricky Pearsall, a young teenager, tried to rob him. The only thing is he got out of it himself. He, defended himself and got it from the guy, and the boy got locked up. But he had to deal with that. And right now, what the 49ers are doing, they're more so looking towards the draft. That's why we haven't really been heavy in free agency, honestly, because we don't really have a lot of money to give out, because we still have to make sure that Brock Purdy gets the payday. Right now, I think the contract on the table is $45 million a year, which, like I said, I'm not mad at. I'm not mad at him getting offered a $45 million contract, because honestly, yes, he's up next. Don't get me wrong, and he deserves to get paid more than what other quarterbacks have gotten, because they haven't done what he's done. Justin Herbert hasn't done what he's done. Trevor Lawrence hasn't done what he's done. There are other quarterbacks in the league that got paid more than him that haven't done what he did. However, our team is in a different position than those other teams. Jaguars, they're not contending in the AFC. Let's just be honest about it. The Chargers probably have an opportunity to do that. Mike Williams is back with the Chargers now, so they have somewhat of an opportunity to get back to there. They signed Najee Harris as well. I know, Mark ain't gonna be too fond of that, but it doesn't matter. So you still got the Chargers there that may still be able to do something, but Justin Herbert was just in the playoffs again, and he also didn't show up. So, you got that. The one thing I can say about Brock Purdy is that when he's in the playoff, he shows up. He shows up. He does what he did. Even in the Super Bowl game when we lost, he wasn't the reason why we lost. But am I going to put him in that? Do I put him in that category with Joe Burrow, Lamar Jackson. No, he's not in that. He's not in that conversation whatsoever. I'm sorry. As much as I love Brock Purdy, he's not in that conversation. He's not an elite quarterback. I'm going to say that. Brock Purdy is not an elite quarterback. But he deserves to be paid because the guy has won playoff games. He got into 2 NFC Championship games in his career and the Super Bowl. You give him what he's done. And you project him to be able to play well. Now, and the thing is, we're going from our personnel is starting to change a little bit as well. That's why we released Kyle Juszczyk, because we're no longer being that 22 personnel. It's going to be more like a 12 personnel now, to where it's more simpler and it's easier for Brock Purdy to operate the offense like he normally does. It's a lot easier for him to do what he does when it's in 12 personnel. With CMC coming back, and he's getting older. We still got Jordan Mason there. We still got some key players that's still on the team. We're just looking a lot younger now. We got Malik Mustafa out of the draft last year, who came in. He's a hitter. So we wanted to make sure he had his opportunity. Jair Brown, who actually had a bad year last year, but his rookie year, he showed some promise. So we're giving those 2 safeties an opportunity to be out there. We got Deommodore Lenoir. The one move that I expected someone to be gone was Javarius Ward. Mooney Ward had a devastating season last year when he lost his child. He lost his daughter. His daughter passed away. And he said that respectfully, he did not want to return to San Francisco because it gave him too many bad memories. I'm not going to be mad at that. I want him to go somewhere else to get another opportunity to play, because I don't want him to have to continue to come back and still have those memories coming back about losing his child. So and then we had 2 players on the same team that had the same thing. So, I mean, I don't see it as we are like, it's a rework. We're retooling. That's what we're doing. We're retooling. We're retooling the team. So we still have good players on the team. We still got, like I said, we still got Brandon Ayuk. We still have George Kittle. The backup tight end we signed is actually pretty good as well. So I think we're going to be okay. We still have an easier schedule coming up this season. Let's just make sure we get Brock Purdy's contract, and let's see how the draft goes.
From the Super Bowl to retooling, sound like the Commanders.
Recalibrate.
Oh, that's what y'all said. I knew I heard something somewhere. Mm-hmm. I only know rerun in Dallas. I'm sorry. My bad.
Hey, you said Jared's not going to contend?
No.
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 Duval. I don't care.
You know what? I said no. I had no feedback, but I have one question for you, Dave. Mm-hmm. All right. For time say this, try to make quick as possible if you could. If you guys to go longer, do your thing. Brock Purdy. All right. You mentioned his contract. He needs to get paid. Mm-hmm. Brock Purdy's in an interesting situation. He came in as the last pick of the draft, who, meaning in NFL dollars, got paid nothing.
Yeah, nothing.
So in his situation financially, it's like, bro, take advantage of your opportunity, and get all the money you can get, or take less money so your team can build around you, right? So, if you were Brock Purdy, not what's best, not if you were Kyle Shanahan, if you were Brock Purdy himself, how would you handle the situation?
If I'm Brock Purdy, I'm getting all the money I can get. That's what I'm doing. Honestly, I mean, that's any player. I'm getting all the money I can get. I know if it was me personally, I'm just going to take whatever I can to make sure that the team can still be successful. Because at the end of the day, that's what I want. To me, it depends on what's Brock Purdy's mindset. Does he really want all the money he can get, or does he want to make sure he gets paid while also still making sure that the team's able to compete? And I think the way that it seems like most people hear about Brock Purdy is he wants to get paid, but he wants the team to still be able to compete. So let's just see what happens.
Tell them to bring me my money.
Hey, everybody that's watching, I'm going to give a shout out. Brock Purdy, all them dudes that want to get more money, but you want to take less money because you want to win, hit him my man Daryl Julian. Hit him my man Daryl Julian. He got you with the finances, so you can keep more money that you got. Go ahead, Tomo.
That's not bad. But it depends on my work environment. The work environment good, refuse to lose, I might take a pay cut. My old job, bring me my money.
Yeah, bring me my
money.
Huh? Take a pay cut? We could talk about this sometime.
Now y'all seen what DeMarcus Lawrence did, right?
Joe was like,
no,
Joe pulled to Jerry Jones. He said, "You said what?"
Hey, you want to restructure your contract?
He said, "Oh, Tomo really think he might get. He want to go on the podcast and say he gonna take a pay cut."
I know.
Joe gonna drop that clip. I walk in, he gonna like, so
I
yeah,
know.
remember
That's gonna be my
was
selling
you.
point. My
This
selling
was you.
Tom
said
gonna bring his agent. I'm like, this is what your guy said.
Hey, Worm, that's facts. It's interesting. It's like a raise situation. He about to break the percentages record. That's true. It's interesting. It's different because like he was the last pick in the draft.
He
So-
definitely could break the bank if he wanted to.
He can.
But-
he can.
But I think if he asked for that, y'all would let him walk. Well, y'all would franchise tag him.
Yeah,
I
we're
think y'all
tagging
would.
more than likely. I mean, he still has a year left on the contract, so
This is his last year coming up, right?
yeah, his last year coming up.
How much Jalen Hurts make?
Taylor Hurts, he
I
signed for
think that's a good
40 million.
I think that's
But
a good skill.
he wasn't the highest paid when he signed though.
No,
Nope.
I'm saying for Brock,
No.
I think that's a good skill to start off with.
That's what they gave. No, right now, Tomo.
We offered him 45.
Bro, Trevor Lawrence getting 55.
Anybody,
Yeah,
they ain't
but
going
I
nowhere.
look at it.
I'm
I
with
look
Dave
at
on
it.
that one. They ain't
I
going
look at
nowhere.
it. I look at it this way because remember y'all talked about
Dak got
Josh
60.
Allen contract. Y'all talked about Josh Allen contract. He don't have the highest contract in the NFL.
But it's his
He got the most-
second contract though, Dave.
That's true. That is true. That is true. But I'm also looking at his situation. He's in a situation where they can compete for championships. Not saying that he's got to Super Bowl, but he's been to the AFC Championship at least twice. So he has something he can say about that. Brock Purdy has also been to the NFC Championship game twice. And he's been to the Super Bowl. Exactly.
Josh Allen never had been there.
That is true. Josh Allen is also an MVP and All Pro, something that Brock Purdy hasn't done.
I mean, I'm looking at that contract. I'm like, yo,
I would look at that contract too, but I look at the other.
That's Dak's second contract.
If I'm Brock Purdy, I'm going to look at the quarterbacks' contracts that are winning. I
There
want to
we
be
go.
put in that. I want to be put in that situation. I want to be put in. The winning
Yeah.
they got paid a long time ago.
But what you're not listening, Joe, because
They
what
about
he's
to get
saying is,
extra bread.
hold
Salary cap
on.
goes up. My bad,
But
Tomo.
listen though, Joe, what he's saying is the franchises that ain't going nowhere are paying these quarterbacks 50
A
to
lot of
60
money.
mil. Like
Exactly.
Sam Darnold.
Mhm.
Franchises that ain't going nowhere.
Sam Darnold get
Me-
paid a lot. He got
No,
paid
I'm
18.
joking because you said they're gonna win the Super Bowl. That's why I brought him up. But it's more so Dak and Trevor Lawrence that he's talking about.
45
And
million is wild though. 45 million is wild. Y'all release all these dudes. Y'all
That
ain't
is a
signed
low
nobody for real. Give me my money, bro. Come on.
give me my money.
We ain't gonna be able to sign no one else. So
I
Ain't
mean,
my
y'all might
problem. It's your job as a GM.
No,
to
I'm
pay
not-
you.
look,
I know,
look,
Dave.
you-
That's you, Dave.
Thank
That's
you.
you, Dave. I know.
Thank
Because you just said get all the money you want.
yeah,
But Kyle, I mean, not Kyle, John, Mr. McDonald's. That's what you look like in the movie. John Lynch, can you please pay my money? Pay me my money.
pay my boy.
Ooh, we
I
got
You
want
ever
my
seen the
boy-
McDonald's movie? The
I want
actor, he looks smell
yeah.
like John Lynch.
I want my boy to get paid, but I want my team.
Didn't he just get an extension?
Yes. You know
John
what?
pay that
I need to
man,
compare
John.
his attention to other GMs. That's what I need to do. I need to look at the other GMs and say, you know what? Hold up. Whoa,
Yeah.
hold on. Wait a minute. Like, shut it,
The
Sean.
year we-
Wait a minute. Shut my glasses off.
The year we went to the Super Bowl, that's when they both of them got to it. Just 2 years ago.
Hold on. You telling me Kyle Shanahan the highest paid coach and he ain't win a Super Bowl?
I don't know
Give
if
me
he-
my money. I know he's not. I'm just saying, like, if he was.
If he was, I know a Steelers fan somewhere. You got a lot to say about him.
They need a daggone like, man. I need to see the salary cap. You know what, Dave? That's a good point. That's a
There's no
great point.
salary
Next
cap
time,
for
next time
coaches.
about the
I got you.
49ers, I'm gonna look up all the GMs pay. I'm gonna look at all the coaches pay, and if any one of them is near the top, Brock Purdy needs bread.
They gonna be near the top.
We're not part of the salary cap. Ain't my problem.
You right. Nah, hey, I say the same thing when Jerry don't sign coaches. I'm like, bro, it's an open checkbook, but hey, you still being cheap. Meanwhile, we gonna switch gears just a little bit. Hold up. It's funny how we watch athletes say it's a business, pay me my money, but no us walking our offices. Hey, I'm with you on that one, Warren, because I think it's different circumstances, though. I think it's different circumstances.
Hey, Tom, we could do swipe.
We can?
John Lynch makes $5 million per year as a GM.
You know what?